Welcome to our 5th edition Vampire the Masquerade Chronicle, CVille by Night. This is episode 1. I'm so excited to actually bring my adopted hometown now to everyone in the world of darkness. So, before we begin, we're going to start off with our usual channel announcements, content warnings. This is a World of Darkness game. That means things will get intense. There's very likely to be blood. I have made sure to check with all my players, had a consent form. I can't do that for everybody watching, so if during any of our productions, something starts giving you problems, you start having issues with the content, please step away. We want you to watch, but we also want you to take care of yourself because your mental health is the most important thing. And I don't have spoiler warnings to do for this one. One of the other warnings that I always do, I can already feel Esme typing in the chat to prepare for this one.
Joke's on you, it's already pre-typed.
I get rules wrong. I'm not a perfect person. Go ahead and at me, bro. There it is.
I have a pre-typed when stream starts.
I know. So, for Attribution Alley, I'm using Conti Music, which provides royalty-free music on Spotify. Highly recommend it. We are a member of the Dark Pack, which means that all of this stuff does belong to World of Darkness and White Wolf, except for the stuff that I've made up for this game. Please support the official release. And then finally, we are still using, for one character, app.reroll.co, which can help you make 16-bit characters for tokens for all of your virtual tabletop needs, or you could even just, if you want, print them out. It's absolutely free for the basic version. The paid version is only like $5, and that's not a monthly expense. That is a one-time expense. It's really simple. My players in Shadows Light, or for the regular D&D game, have made ones for that one shot we did a couple weeks ago in like 5 minutes before game started. Like, it's super easy. Highly recommend it. Big shout out to them. And I do believe that's actually it. So why don't we go ahead and meet our kindred for the evening. And we will start with Ron.
Alright, you can call me Yak, but I will be playing Ronald Andrew Wyatt for this game, or Ron for short, and I am of Clan Gangrel.
Hi, I'm Esme. My character, Kindred, in this game is going to be named Callista Morgante, and I'm playing good Jameer. My hashtag is comfy vibe thighs and witchy vibes. Just gonna put that out there, making that a thing.
I'm Josh Hazard. Those of you who watch the 5e game, the other 5e game, I am Mo. I am playing Solomon Bridger, a politically and socially driven artist of Clan Bruja.
I'm Shane. I'll be playing Brennan Marshall Williams. Yes, the initials are BMW. Yes, my nickname is Beamer. And I'll be playing a Toreador who just really loves to bring the snacks. And my dad owns a dealership.
Oh, you're just a treat. All right. So, let's go ahead and visit Charlottesville right now. By the way, just a quick message into the chat for Sam. Essentially, he's bringing Escamillo. Although he's never met Escamillo. It's actually hilarious. Yeah, not planned. I swear, Sam, this is not me actually trying to pull up people's heartstrings.
Never heard of it.
So, let us go ahead and venture into this darkness. Charlottesville is a unique city. It's not large by area. It's only 3 miles from city limit to city limit. And while there's fair amounts of buildup, it still does not have that many people. The population is dense, but there are places where it's a lot worse. And the size of Charlottesville means that there's less resources to go around. Buildings are constantly being put up to, both on the grounds of UVA and in the city itself, just to find places for people to live, homes for them. Specifically, the closer you get to UVA, they put up places for students to stay, because it is a college town. And the students go to their classes, go to the bars that are right nearby. Some of them, the older students, go all the way down to the downtown mall. The younger students tend to stay around the corner. And then, they drink until 2 in the morning when the bars close. They're on the corner, they'll swing by White Spot and get themselves a nice Gus burger. And either go back to the dorms, continue drinking, or going to sleep. But none of you do that. Because when the sun goes down and the college students get ready to party, that's when you all wake up. Because you are dead. You are members of this anarch city of Charlottesville, run by Arbiter Dex. So as you wake up on this Friday, I need everyone to make a rouse check.
This is a regular die, right?
Just a single D10.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Manga.
Sorry, you cut out there.
I succeed.
Okay. Say again? Okay.
Rolled a 3.
Ron?
I succeeded.
And Saul.
I got an 8. I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, 8 is okay.
Brennan. You wake up. You hear that voice again. Darling, we need food. Not the type that you serve to the kind. We need their blood.
Boring.
You can't deny me forever, darling.
Meh.
Now, this particular Friday, you all have something on the books. You are all supposed to go to your new Coterie Haven on the downtown mall. Because you all have been contacted by Arbiter Dex to be in the Vehme Coterie, the coterie that is responsible for ensuring that breaches of the Masquerade are no longer, or at least being investigated. Now, before you do that, is there anything anybody wants to do? Anybody would like to grab a bite to eat so you're not showing up hungry?
Yeah, probably should.
All right. Now you have options because you do have a herd to feed off of.
Yes.
So you have that, or you also have the option of trying to go hunting and save your herd for another time when it might be more important.
How long is a hunt going to take? Is it going to make me late?
It is not going to make you late. I can promise you that.
All right. Then I'll do a hunt. Do I have to replace any of my die with hunger die?
Yes, you
Okay.
always have to replace the hunger level that you are at, which right now is 2. You have to replace for almost every roll except willpower and the rouse checks.
All right. That's 6 dice. So 3
3 successes?
successes? Yes.
Okay. So, your herd is the foodies of Charlottesville. So, you wake up, it's close to when a lot of them would be going for dinner themselves. I say the herd, but this isn't using your herd, it is just people that, would also kind of be tangentially associated with your herd, I'm assuming. So, you
Yeah.
call up one of them, it's like, hey, where are you guys getting dinner tonight? And you happens to be somewhere close to where you stay during the day. You go over there and manage to sit with them for maybe about 20 minutes. Like, you're not expected to be there right as the sun goes down. So, 20 minutes, and you manage to sate the hunger a bit. So you can remove 1 hunger. All right. Is there anything anybody else wants to be doing before you arrive?
Oh,
I assume this is the first thing I'm going to be doing this evening, and I'll have, if anything else happens, I'll have time to do it later. Yeah.
Okay. Ron, where are you staying these nights?
yes. Was I not staying where I was?
Well, that's what I'm asking. Is like, are you staying at your own personal haven, or are you actually going? Are you still staying? Or are you staying at the? Because remember, it's been a while since we've played.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
are you staying at the Coterie haven, or are you staying at your personal haven?
Lately I've been staying at the Coterie Haven, so I should already be there.
Okay. So, you wake up when the sun goes down, and check your phone, your little flip, cheapo phone, and you have a message on there. It's from Susan.
A voicemail or a text?
It is a text message. It says, "Hope you've slept well. And call me when you get a chance."
I will message back. I will when I get the chance.
Smiley face. All right. So, you've all been informed where to go. Ron's already there, but for the rest of you, you have your various ways to get there. I believe Saul is on foot. I have no problem at all believing that Vehme has a car, considering who his father is. So you managed to make your way to Heather Hayer Way, find the side door down from Dauntless. Oh, wrong thing. And you find yourselves... Oh, that's annoying. At this door here. When you go to open it, it opens automatically for you. So Vehme, what part of town are you staying in?
I live in the outskirts. You know, you're heading down Route 20 towards Scottsville.
Mm-hmm.
And the older developments back there, once you get away from the edge of actual town. You're
Okay.
still technically Charlottesville.
Yes. You are living very close to the end of the Charlottesville domain. You know, if you head much further south, you get into Lupine territory. But so it's going to take you a little bit to get over to, you know, the downtown mall, plus you've taken the time to feed, so it's going to take you a little bit. You actually, it was over at a place in Belmont that you met your friend called The Local. All right. Saul,
I will say that I do since I'm staying on near the UVA corner along that 14th Street strip. I'm gonna make my way when I'm headed towards the downtown mall past the trains to see if my sunset piece from session 0 has been hooked up and taken off full of shipments to another town yet.
It definitely has at this point. Now, you would have to pass by where the Coterie Haven is to get to it, because when you tagged it, it was on the opposite side of the downtown mall from where you'd be coming.
Yeah, by the bus transit station.
Yeah. So you're doing a loop around. Got you.
I'm gonna take a long loop around and pass up again by the chalk wall on my way there.
Yep. The chalk wall has been cleaned. Since it has had those potentially masquerade breaching symbols on them.
Yeah, well, the other guy said that he was going to take care of it, which I appreciate, because I was going to pay that hobo to pee on it.
Yeah. So, probably the first one to get there then, other than Ron, is going to be Callista. So, Callista, you... do you drive? Do you have a vehicle, or...?
I has a vehicle.
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say only ways if you have a vehicle, because I'm way closer if we're both off, but... I can do that loop around and you'll still be 15 minutes away, max.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It doesn't take 15 minutes to get from downtown mall from Dunlora.
Oh, it's Dunlora, right? I was
Yeah.
thinking-
Yeah, I'm over there.
I'm thinking the other direction. Okay.
Yeah, no,
never mind.
Dunlora.
No,
So
you got me about 15 minutes.
So there's not a lot of places to park at the downtown mall without having to pay. There is the parking garage on Market Street that you can pull into, or if you want, since it's after sunset, you can park on the opposite side of the downtown mall,
Okay.
where there's the pay spots that I'm trying to remember. I think it's after 5 that they're no longer a pay thing. Like it's actually the coin operated
Gotcha.
open
okay.
parking lot there
Mhm.
on the other side of the downtown mall.
Don't forget the little lot up behind the museum.
Which lot?
You know the art. I guess it's a museum or art school. Art school across the street from Fellini's.
Oh yeah, I never trust that place because for reasons.
Also, in Charlottesville, never forget parking your car illegally in a little alleyway between 2 buildings and then covering it with trash so it doesn't get towed away.
No.
Sometimes it's the only way in Charlottesville. I've done it.
There is also actually a really, really small parking lot, and by really small, I mean it's like the building's not even a full like block wide, but there's a like angled parking lots that go around the police department. That's right there.
Okay.
And there's the Artful Lodger parking lot as well.
Yeah. Again, that one's. It all depends on ease, really, because a lot of those places, it's hard to get back out of because you're going against traffic and stuff like that. Especially the Artful Lodger.
That's an awful place to park.
Yeah.
That's fair. Which one is closest to where the Coterie is currently?
The closest one is going to be the main parking garage on Market Street.
Okay. And you said that one's one that had to pay or something like that?
Yeah, you'll get a ticket
Okay.
for it, and you can. You take the ticket with you and you pay before you leave.
Okay, I'll do that then.
Okay. So you pull up there, hit the whole thing, take the ticket. You have to go up to probably the third story, maybe all the way to the very top, in order to park because it is Friday night in Charlottesville.
That's fair.
Thankfully, it is not after. When is it that it starts? Fridays after 5?
That should be starting real soon.
Yeah, it's not quite there yet, though, I don't think, because it's between 2 separate dates, and I know one of them's Labor Day. I forget what the first one is.
Fridays after COVID-19 now.
Yeah, fair enough.
They start when we show up.
So, yeah, actually a couple of weeks. April 15th is when it's going to be starting back up.
Good Friday.
Yeah,
Note
that's.
to
I was going to say. I
self,
just thought. I felt like it was like Easter to that, but I wanted to make sure. So yes. So yeah, thankfully it's not as packed as it's probably going to be in a couple of weeks.
That's fair. I'll still park at the top if anything.
Okay, so you park
Why
at the
not?
top. Fun fact about parking at the top of this place: you actually look over top of the police department. It's like right
cool.
there. Police department, city hall, all of that's right there. The court. But then you go out and you walk down the downtown mall to Heather Hayer Way. Take the right up there, and you're at this entrance that you can see behind. Do you go in right away, or are you going to wait for any of the other people that you know there are others that are going to be showing up tonight?
I'll wait for one more and then go in with them.
Okay. As you're waiting there. Saul,
Is it?
would you like to go ahead and describe to the rest of the players, and Callista specifically, what she sees as you walk up?
Right. So, imagine, if you will, that Sid Vicious, without being guilty of the things Sid Vicious is guilty of, and Billy Idol had a baby. So, baggy jogger pants with a lot of like buckles on them, dirty t-shirt, black vest, spiked up hair, anarchy tattoo on the midsection of his arm, and the fingers just covered in paint splatter. He's definitely been up to some stuff, and he's got a backpack on. And really, like, I know where I'm going. I'm just gonna, like, I see somebody waiting at the door. I'm gonna nod as I open the door.
Okay. Now,
Like, I'm just gonna, like, hello?
Saul has not been to the comitium or anything. He doesn't really care about that stuff, right?
Not particularly. I get my news a little late.
What is your sire's name again? Remind me. Never mind. I remember it. I remember it very specifically. You did get a text from your sire. Don't forget, and with the address saying, "Don't forget. Be safe. Don't embarrass me."
I'm gonna respond, have I ever?
Yes.
Question mark.
Like immediate response. Yes.
Sad-faced, winky, smiley face.
All right. So, who does Saul see and just kind of ignore? Would you like to describe Callista for everyone?
Okay. So
I didn't ignore, I nodded.
Yes.
is this very thick woman who has really, like, you know, those like big kind of like Harry Potter glasses. She has those. Really long black hair. She's wearing a lot of like gothy outfits. Like, she got bell bottom pants on, but got like really like ruffly top with like a corset around her waist, and like kind of platformer shoes, because why not? And on like the heel has like different like occult things on like the base of the heel. And she has freckles, and has this what's the name of that one? Hold on, I gotta look that up quick because I don't know how to pronounce this. I think it's vitiligo is the skin condition that she
Vitiligo.
has. Yeah, that.
Vitiligo.
Yeah, that. Because I have a list, so that's not coming out proper in my tone. No.
Yeah, you're
I
fine.
will say, the only reason I remember that is because Uncle Ruckus has revitiligo.
Gotcha. And yeah, she's standing there, and now that she saw somebody go in, she's gonna go in.
All right. Ron, what do you after you get that message? What are you doing? You are aware that there are going to be new members of the Coterie. Dex would have informed you about that. So what are you doing while you're waiting for them?
Well, I would be getting dressed, making sure all of my items that I would need for the day ahead of me are in my
The
bag.
The night ahead of you.
Well, yeah, night ahead of me, yeah. Or in my bag, and everything's good to go, and then I'd be going to where I need to meet everybody else.
All right. Well, they're coming to you, so you know they are coming to the Haven here. You do have not one, but 2 separate files. The first one is the one that was handed to you by Arbiter Dex a few weeks ago, I think, at this point.
Yeah.
The other one was handed to you, I believe it was Tuesday night of this very week, by the sheriff.
Okay.
And that one is the coroner's report.
If you're listening as I open the door, you hear me loudly whistling Fall Back Down by Rancid as I stroll through the hallways.
Yeah, well, Callista would hear that. Ron would not, because, one, you're not going through hallways. This is a very short hallway, and then there's 2 elevators on the right. Or an elevator on the right. I think there's only one.
I'm gonna look over the coroner's report.
Okay. You've looked over this a few times this week. The official ruling is torn apart by wild animals. Cause of death is, as of when this was written, unknown. The body, when this was written, hadn't been identified, but you are aware through talking with Troy and Dex that this person has been properly identified as Chelsea Clon, I believe. Yeah, Chelsea Clon. That's Clohn. And you know her because she was at that house party that you ended up at, where you met Susan. And Happy had actually left with her that night. Happy, the Malkavian who was a member of your coterie, but has since left to return to, has left. We don't know if he's gone back to Jacksonville or if he's just fucked off somewhere else to go hide. You don't know. But the way that the body appears to have been torn apart, go ahead and make me an intelligence medicine roll. Or if you have anything else you think that would work there rather than medicine, feel free to apply that. Or let me know what it is and I'll let you know if it works.
I will say to you all, this music is absolutely enchanting.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was muted.
You're good, man.
So I said my survival ability, because being a hunter, I'm able to discern wounds and of many kinds on different bodies.
Yeah, I'll allow that. Go ahead.
And you're gonna have to remind me how rolling works.
Okay, so the number of dots total between the two are the number of dice that you roll.
Yep.
Hello?
And you're using your official VTM dice, right?
Yep.
And don't forget to replace one of those with the hunger die.
Mm-hmm.
That's something I'm gonna need you to keep reminding me.
No problem. I can do that.
Okay.
Alright, it's a success.
Okay, how many successes? I need the number of successes.
Oh, 2 regular, one of them has the star, the 2 stars, not on the hunger die. Hunger die is blank, and same with 2 other ones.
Okay. So, go back over here. Here's a cheat sheet here. It's the wrong cheat sheet. That's not the cheat sheet I wanted. That's annoying. Du-du-du-du-du-du. Da-da-da-da. Okay, so so you only have one that has the stars, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, but you have 3 total successes, including that one?
Yes.
Okay. It's difficult to tell, especially just from pictures. You're trying to look at it. The one thing you are able to glean with 3 successes is the fact that she was alive when this happened, based on the amount of blood. Because these are pictures like taken at the scene before. So based on the amount of blood, she was alive when this happened. But at the same time, there's not as much blood as there should be, if that makes sense. Like, the blood spatter indicates where she was alive, and the fact that the blood, like, had oozed out, as you know from, like, hunting deer and things like that, of how blood splatter happens when something is struck or torn.
Mhm.
But there should be more blood than there is. Like, there's no pool of blood, like where it seeped out after. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So that takes you a fair amount of time to do that. Beamer,
Yo.
where are you going to be parking?
I am going to check the little art school lot first,
All right.
because that's always been a good spot for me.
Yeah, you can definitely find a spot there. It's going to be a little tight getting in, because if I'm remembering that particular lot correctly, those spaces aren't exactly large.
I never had trouble getting the truck in, so.
Fair enough. Again, I don't normally park there, so you've caught me off guard with that one. So,
Sorry.
yeah, you can find a spot there.
Bye.
Callista and Solomon, you've been given instructions from Dex how to get to how to get into the actual haven itself. So you can, you hit the button for the elevator, it shows up, and you hit a certain set of buttons as the doors close, and instead of going up, this elevator actually goes down. There are some basement areas on the downtown mall. This particular area doesn't usually have basement access. Especially not as far down as it feels like the elevator goes. But that might just be a trick. You're not sure.
I'm gonna look over at my elevator partner as the elevator starts to go down and be like, "Do you ever see that movie, The Drop?" Was it The Drop?
Remind me.
I don't remember. It was that elevator horror movie where it got stuck, and one of the people who was stuck inside was actually like a horrible murderer.
Huh.
Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
That was a good movie. I'm just gonna like stare at the buttons on the wall.
And in not too long of a time, longer than you would have expected, but not too long of a time, you do the elevators
This one.
ding.
Take it off.
Yep, exactly long enough to make it awkward. The elevators
Mhm.
ding, and you come out, and again, this is another short hallway. It's longer than the one like right inside the door that you got to, but it's a short hallway. There is a single door on the left side that is like an old, like almost antique looking like dark wood door. On the right side is actually another hallway that goes off a bit. You can't see how far down that is.
Hello? Is anybody here?
Ron, if you're in your room, you do hear that.
I guess with myself clothed and my bag good, I will make my way out of my room to the sound of the voice.
All right. So, you come out. You recognize one of these people. Just as in someone you have seen around. The female or the person wearing the like frilly top with the corset. You think that their name is Callista. That's about all you really know. This other person doesn't look that familiar to you. Like, you don't think you've seen him at Comitium before. And you weren't even a regular at Comitium prior to your elevation to the Coterie, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one time he ever went to a comitium, he was not seen. He was up. Elevated.
All right.
Ground level is not the place for him. He's underground right now. Technically lives underground, so that's okay.
So as I'm making my way out of my room, just like, hello? What's
Would you
up?
like to describe to the players who they see?
So they see like a tallish man with long, dark, wavy brown hair, scruffy, dark brown beard, but there's like this giant gash like that starts like under his eye and goes like down his face, through his beard, down his neck, and what you can only assume is the rest of it is covered by his shirt. He has a bag that looks like people would take on a camping trip, and then just some like combat boots, dark cargo pants, and a long jacket.
Now, Callista knows exactly who that is. Because they were at the last Comitium, which is where the Vehme Coterie was officially introduced. This is Ron. Ron Wyatt. A gangrel.
Okay.
And it's taken Ron a little bit of time to come out and actually greet you guys, and so that we can speed things up a little bit, Vehme, you have shown up, hit the buttons, and you are, like, the elevator gone up right behind as you guys got out, and then comes back down. Ding!
Mm-hmm.
So would you like to describe to them who they see exit? If you're talking...
You're muted.
Yeah.
What you see is the most stereotypical suburban dad.
Oh, God.
Khaki cargo pants, New Balance sneakers, pristinely white New Balance sneakers,
Mm.
and one of those untucked linen shirts with the print down each side. Sandy brown hair cut in a real, like, modern short on the sides. Almost, but not quite coiffed puff on the top. And he walks into the room with a pack of peanuts, just munching on peanuts and drinking a glass bottle Coke.
I'm getting Vault Tech Lab vibes.
Yeah. Summer shorts.
I'm just gonna look like
Hey,
Hello.
Hello.
So
I thought I
Beamer's
was what stood out.
aware of a lot of the stuff going on at Charlottesville, right? You were at Comitium,
yeah.
so you definitely recognize Ron. You would probably... Would he recognize Callista, do you think?
Maybe in passing,
Yeah, like the way Ron has. Like, you've
Yeah,
seen them
yeah.
at Comitium before.
but I've like not actually like talked to them. Yeah, no.
Yep. So that's so you recognize them, Callista. You recognize again similar way, Beamer, but so yes, the party gets together.
Ooh.
How's it going, folks? Glad to see we all made it.
Going well. Hope the same to you.
It's
To
been
be
good so
honest,
far.
nobody even told me other people were gonna be here. I knew about the one other guy. So
That's fair.
anyway, happy surprises. Happy little accidents to both of you. What's happening?
That's what Mom called me back when I was in high school. She always liked my brother better.
Cool, cool. Does anybody know what we're supposed to be doing?
Mm,
Yeah,
Well-
we're waiting on Dex.
Okay, cool. Waiting for Mr. Soup. Anyway, I'm Saul. Saul Bridger. You guys might have seen some of my my paintings around town. I did the piece on the side of the Northwest Bank last Wednesday. They already took it down, but it was really good.
Don't think I've seen that one though.
Oh, it was
Where-
It was the Johnny Cash giving the finger, but I did it in like a 3D paint thing. It was pretty nice. But
Nice.
it took me like 4 hours, and then of course security pulled around, and I had to bail. But it was really cool for a little bit. Anyway,
Like, could you do like a LeVar Burton reading Rainbow kind of thing? That'd be cool. I like
dude,
him.
I love reading Rainbow.
Yeah.
Score it! I'm gonna go for the high five.
I'm gonna slightly miss. Like, just catch half the hand because,
And I mean, we
Why
all
not,
have
yeah?
to agree. Next generation is cool.
absolutely.
Anybody that tells Will Wheaton to shut up that often, I'm down.
Yeah. But yeah, we're here to talk about like the chalk art, aren't we? Isn't that like the thing? I know that was the thing when
Are you talking
Troy
about the
came to
thing on
talk
the
to
wall?
me.
Hey, Ron and Callista, that's the first you've heard of that.
I actually, I found that coming back from the train yard. Dex was there. He said he was taking care of it. I didn't know it was widespread or anything. I
Well,
just saw it and was like, hey, the fuck is that? And I took a picture. I was going to send it to some people after I paid the bill on my phone. Anyway.
I was having a dinner business meeting right across the mall from there, and like Troy showed up, and you know how he is.
I saw some of his guys around. I didn't see him.
Yeah.
I've only seen him the one time, and it was in passing. I was told to stay far away if I was able.
He's all right.
More of a best not to interact policy is what I was given.
I mean, when he comes and knocks on the window of the restaurant I'm eating in,
Yeah, no, I understand.
You guys do hear and see that dark wood door open. And a very, handsome face just like lean out, be like, well, you guys coming in or what?
Let's go in.
takes a swig of the Coke, looks around for a trash can, sticks in his cargo pocket instead, walks in.
I walk in.
Ron, you know for a fact that Dex was not in there when you went to bed this morning.
Yep, which is why he said waiting on Dex.
As
So wait, we were just waiting on him to get ready?
he wasn't in there, so Ron didn't know he was in there.
Yeah.
That wasn't.
Okay, fair enough.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Hey.
Yeah. On with the show. Let's find out what we're actually doing. Because again, we've been waiting for him, and that's all I know. That's the whole job, is waiting. I'm cool with that, so long as I keep getting the phone bill paid for free.
As you all come into the room, there is a long table there. Ron, you've seen this room before. The first time you saw it, the chairs, the 8 total chairs in this room around this table were occupied. This is very much not a modern boardroom vibe, but a classical, almost study vibe. Wood paneling on the walls, a deep red, not shag, but thin carpet. I say thin, it's soft, but it's not the shag type carpet is most of my point for that. And you guys came in like as soon as Dex poked his head out and said something. He's already sitting at the head of the table opposite of the door. And he is sitting in the chairs around are also the old style, high-backed chairs. And he is sitting in his feet over one side, leaned back against the other. Come on. Find a seat.
Nice place. Did you jack these chairs from my granddad?
Dex just smiles at that. Come on, have a seat. Make sure you close the door.
I close it.
I'm gonna take a seat opposite Dex if possible.
There is not a seat at the actual head, at the side closest to the door. It is 3 chairs on one side and 4 chairs on the other, and they're spaced so that they're, and then what chair that Dex is sitting in. So there's specifically not a chair at the opposite end.
I'll
Okay.
grab a seat next to Dex.
All right.
I'll
take the seat next to my new friend Solomon.
Yeah, I was gonna say in that case I'll take the seat opposite Ron, so on the other side.
Okay.
I'll sit next to Ron then.
Okay. Oh, it's good to see childers that aren't afraid of their elders. Well, neonates, I should say. None of you are childers. I'm old. So, things have been happening.
Seems to be the case.
Yeah.
There was a certain incident earlier this week after Comitium, which Ron here was very good to mostly take care of. In his defense, it got a bit above his pay grade. I've been taking a personal hand in it. However, there was another incident that got brought to our attention shortly after that. Did you bring the file with you, Ron?
Yeah. Pulls it out of his bag.
And which one are you pulling out?
I'll pull out both of them.
Just the coroner's report.
Pulls out the corner, and I'll just lay the coroner's report on the table in front of me.
For those of you squeamish, I would give you fair warning beforehand. So who's going to look at the this manila folder? Who's opening it up?
Vehme
I'll do
looks.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I will take a look.
I was just wondering who was reaching for it, essentially.
Sounds like they all did.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'll
if
retract my hand,
I'm
though.
closest to it, sure.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fight over it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Same.
it was just multiple people at once. So,
Yeah.
so as it gets flipped open, there is pictures of grass and body parts with the CSI like ruler sitting next to them. There's that. Beamer, you do some foodie stuff, so yeah, that's a liver.
Oh my, that's awful.
There's looks like there's a right and left arm that are next to each other, not attached to anything. There's a picture of what used to be the stomach area of a person, just completely torn out. And other various dismembered parts of this person's body.
Yeah.
And then
Once did a series of paintings based on the Jeffrey Dahmer case, but he ate more of his victims than this.
Yeah, tell me that didn't come from south of my house.
Ugh. Wait, south of your house?
he looks over at Ron, Dex does. If that were the case, it would not be our business.
Fair enough.
And then, as you're flipping through, finally get to a picture of the head. Hey, Callista.
What's up?
You know how you do occasionally speak to kind that are in the witchy world?
Mm-hmm.
Into the occult?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, me too.
You recognize her. Her name's Chelsea Klon.
What was the last name?
Klon, Clohn.
Okay.
She was a member of your herd.
Got it.
I have 2 dots in a cult. Would I have heard of her?
Not probably. A cult lets you know about occult knowledge, not necessarily the cult scene.
Well, yeah, I don't know what you would add to a cult to make it like an actual role, but I don't know if like having that knowledge would
Is Solomon into the occult scene here in Charlottesville? Is this something Solomon is interested in?
To a degree, yes, but more for art projects than really for like actual occult shit. Like he dabbles in like stuff, but like not to a big degree.
Okay. Let me see. I'm going to actually make this a charisma occult roll. To see how much you've gone into this scene. If Streetwise is better for you, you can make it a charisma Streetwise roll instead.
No, actually the same.
Okay.
And two successes.
All right, 2 successes. Honestly, the name doesn't sound familiar. As you like flip back through the pictures, the face doesn't even really look that familiar to you. If it's someone that you've seen before, it was in passing, so it's not someone that really stuck into your mind. But as you flip back, you recognize one of the tattoos along her arms. It is an artwork piece of... It's weird. It looks like it's shattered glass. Or like a shattered looking glass. But with the picture, that's all you're able to get.
Do I know the significance of that? Like, is there any significance to that?
Make me... this one is going to be...
do I just recognize it as a tattoo that I've seen?
You recognize the tattoo that you have seen, but I would also like you to make an intelligence... Make this one an intelligence occult roll.
One success.
This was a fairly easy one. You've doing murals and stuff like that. You do occasionally get inspiration from kindred society and kindred symbols, A lot of that's mostly
Well,
so you
yeah.
don't accidentally paint a symbol.
Mhm.
That is the symbol for Clan Malkavian.
Mm. Okay.
So, we have here a dead kine, torn apart, officially by wild animals. But they were found at the cemetery over off of Cherry Avenue. Oh, sorry, there it's not Cherry anymore, is it? No, it is still Cherry. It's Cherry until it hits First Street, I believe. So yes. And for those not from Charlottesville, it is a fairly large cemetery that is right in, like, it is not that far away from the downtown mall whatsoever. It is very much within walking distance.
So what
Just
are
the
we
tip.
looking at here? Other than somebody's very, very messy leftovers.
Beamer.
Does the tattoo look fresh or does it look old?
From pictures, it's difficult to tell. Especially with, like, the blood loss and everything. It's definitely not... It wouldn't have been done the very night that this happened. You
That's
can
all I was
definitely,
asking.
yeah, you can definitely tell it is not fresh as in that night.
Okay. That's all I was asking. Like, is this clearly a planted piece of evidence, or has she had this a while?
And actually, as you are looking over it, so it's harder to see on some of the others. There is a particular wolf design into, you can just barely see it because it's just coming over the shoulder from the upper body shot. There is a particular wolf design along the, like, into the tattoo work that's done on the right shoulder.
Hmm.
So I assume some of you've seen something in the picture that may be familiar. Any information that's not already in the report?
Malkavian clan symbol right there.
Does the wolf head look familiar to me too? As in, was it similar to the one on the wall?
Yes. Not.
Okay.
It's not similar as in, it is a better style of artwork. But
it is clearly the same picture.
Yeah, if Solomon is pointing it out, then yes, that is the symbol for Clan Gangrel. But again, that one is more hidden. It is, like, intricate. It's integrated into a full piece that's there.
It's like a hidden image thing.
And not quite. It's just the fact that it's part of something else. It's hard to spot right at first.
Okay, so idea, folks.
Hmm.
We need to find people she knew and find out who her tattoo artist was.
Yeah, I gotcha. I can cover that front.
Is that our job? Still nobody's explained this to me. I was told to show up here.
A dead body of this nature can lead to breaches of the masquerade if the wrong police officers start asking questions. Your job is to prevent breaches of the masquerade or find the ones that are responsible so that they don't do it again.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
We're legit less concerned about who killed her. And
No,
more concerned about where
I'm
the information
concerned
came.
about that.
Oh, okay.
I am also concerned about who killed her because if this is somebody's sloppy leftovers, then we need to have a conversation with them.
Fair enough.
Especially because I know this person.
During this whole thing, like Beamer pulls a Snicker bar out of his cargo pocket, starts eating it.
Dex will lean over. Do you have another one?
Sure.
Oh, thanks.
This one's got
Appreciate
almonds.
Ooh, like almonds.
I'm sorry. The Kindred snack machine aside, you know her? First of all, my condolences that the past tense must be used now. You knew her. Did she have these tattoos before?
When I last saw her, yeah, she did.
When you last saw her, she always, like, whenever you met with her as part of the occult stuff, she was always wearing those, like, fingerless, like, elbow sleeves.
Okay.
And would have, like, a sort of robe thing on for part of the occult things. You haven't actually seen her tattoos before.
Gotcha.
Wait, what's the point of witchy shit if you're not dancing naked in the moonlight together?
Right?
Not all witches do that.
Why not?
Dex looks at Beamer.
That sounds like the best part.
Dex looks at Beamer. I'm more offended by the fact that he thinks that you have to be doing witchy shit to do that.
Fair.
Like I said, I've met many witches who do that. However, they do it by choice. It's not a necessity.
Yeah.
I mean, like, dancing naked in the moonlight's fun at, like, keggers, too. But, you know. I just kind of thought those things went hand in hand.
There's a lot of symbolism in Wicca with colored clothing and the candles colored, and there's a lot of connectivity throughout them. It's complex, is what I'm saying. Anyway,
I dated a Wiccan chick once. She thought she could control her period. That was.
Okay.
Callista, I will point this out. You saw Solomon's response when you said that you knew Chelsea? Dex didn't look surprised at all.
Okay. But no, I didn't know about this. She was mostly covered up when I tend to see her.
my eyebrows raise a little at that. Fair enough. All right. Cool. How well did you know her? Like, sorry, I'm not trying to interrogate you. Like, I know that's not. But, like, if we're supposed to be, like, trying to find out who did this, do you know of anybody? Oh, sorry. Ugh. Sorry. No, thank you. I'm good. Anyway, yeah, how well did you know her? Like,
well enough to know that she was a part of some occult things that I was into. And we gathered rather frequently with it.
involving other kindred?
Say that again.
Asking if it was there were other kindred involved.
No.
Okay. Cool. Do you know if she was in contact with any other kindred through any like third-party sources?
At the time, I didn't dive that deep into her personal life, so I couldn't tell you. Really?
Dex looks like shoots you a look, Ron, and a raised eyebrow. Are you muted again?
Appears I was.
Damn.
We're on it, don't worry.
Yeah, I could help on that part. She's a friend of a friend.
Now, even in an anarch city, knowingly feeding from someone else's herd is still a no-no.
Mm-hmm.
It is still stealing. Stealing is stealing. It's big. Bitty bitty bit.
Honestly, unknowingly feeding from someone else's herd is still a no-no.
Yeah.
Oh, come on, Ron. Tell him the truth. It's not like he's around to get in trouble for it.
What, about Happy?
Yep.
Oh. I mean, the other guy who was part of this coterie, he knew her, like, and met up with her a few times. I don't know too much outside of that.
Once that you know
But
of. It was just
once
once
that-
at a house party.
How long ago?
Like,
Couple
within the
weeks.
month.
Yeah.
But he's gone now.
Hey, Callista,
Yeah.
a member of your herd is dead.
Yeah.
And now you just found out that another kindred fed off of a member of your herd. I'm going to need you to roll a frenzy check.
Tell me how to roll that, good sir.
Absolutely. So, a frenzy check, the dice pool for the frenzy check is all of your unspent willpower, which you shouldn't
Okay.
have any spent willpower right now because you would have recovered it from the last time.
Yeah.
So, all of your unspent willpower, and
Okay.
then what is your humanity right now?
Should be, I think we said 7.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
you're going to add 2 dice to that because it's your unspent willpower plus your humanity, or a third of your humanity rounded down,
Okay.
which would make it 2. So it's your
And
willpower,
this is just regular dice, right?
all regular dice. There is no hunger dice on this one.
Gotcha. Alright, let's see what we got here. Trying to remember. Okay, so I know I have 2 successes, but I also have 2 10s. So how many is that?
The 2 10s will equal to 4.
So 6 successes then?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's an amazing roll. Technically still not a critical win because of the difficulty of the roll, but because you have to succeed by 5 or more in order for it to be a critical win. But you hear that voice. They did what? How dare they feed on what is ours? And then someone killed her? Do something about this! As you feel the beast try to take over. But you master yourself. The rest of you do see the fury and the frenzy start to come up in Callista. But you watch as she masters it.
Bruh, you should have had a Snickers.
You're not you when you're hungry.
Well, that's not hunger. That's anger. The beast can be territorial.
I'm aware. Just making a little bit of pop culture reference.
I did appreciate it.
Right, she didn't turn into... Who do they turn into in those commercials? Betty White, one of the people they turn into in the commercials, or am I thinking something else?
Betty White's one of them.
Okay.
Danny Trejo.
Danny Trejo as well, yeah. So, this is your current mission, your current goal. Figure out who has killed a member of your Coterie's herd, and who has left this mess on our doorstep.
I can't say no to you, Dex. Gonna look at Dex.
You're learning.
I won't say no to this. I am gonna find out.
Like,
I
so,
figured.
for real. Like, Callista, I feel ya. I'm gonna help out. Dex, I'm here willingly. But why am I here? What do I add to this? Like...
Connections.
I appreciate that I was invited, but how does restaurant touring and car dealerships factor into this? Like, if this was one of those situations where I could go, we follow the money trail, then I'd be your guy. And if we were like, who's stealing the biscuits? I'd be your guy. But how does my skill set remotely line up with these fine folks?
Well, I may not have known what we were doing, but my understanding was that this was an ongoing sort of like industry job. So your talent, I'm sure, will come up eventually. Until then, you will act as designated driver, I guess.
Actually,
Dealership, right?
so here's the thing, Vehme. Can I call you Brennan?
If you want.
Here's the thing, Brennan. You don't know that the idea of following the money won't come up in this. You don't know whether or not you are tracking her down through the places that she went to eat. You have skills that will be very useful in this. And it's precisely because your skills are different than the rest of these fine folk that makes you a valuable addition to the coterie.
Well, if throwing a gala event could draw out a potential suspect, but I don't own any bloodhounds to sniff around. Do any of you? That would be handy.
Well, my understanding is that our friend Ron here is a gangrel. I don't think we need hounds. From what
Wait,
I
what am I talking about? I'm a Toreador. I'm the fucking Bloodhound. Fine. But
There you go, big boy. All right. So you can sniff stuff out. There's another one. Can you
So-
say Ruby Ruby Roo?
This is your current.
I can do my Shaggy impression.
This is your current job. Ronald, the other folder, please.
Yeah. Takes the other one out.
This one is a government manila envelope. The type that has the fold down tabs at the top. It's like the metal tabs that go through and fold down. And directly on the front of it are the words Project First Light. As Dex looks at all of you, this is the Second Inquisition's file on Charlottesville. And that's where we're going to go ahead and go to break.
that's where I get cancer.
Thank you everyone for sticking in here. I know it's a bit of a slow start starting a story, but we're starting to get into the meat of it.
Yeah.
So
Totally.
we are going to take a quick break. We will be back shortly. Hopefully we'll try and keep it to 15 minutes. Get back and finish this up. I'm hoping we will wrap it up no later than 9:30. I know we got a late start today, but if everyone's okay with that.
I'm fine with that.
I'm good with 9:30.
Josh,
2 thumbs and just enough energy to make it.
got it. Cool.
Yep.
All right, guys. Again, thank you all so much for watching. We will see you shortly. Bye. That was excellent. Welcome back. We're going to jump right back into it. So, there's a folder there that says Project First Light, and Dex has just revealed to the ones who were not aware, which is everyone but Ron. This is the folder that the Second Inquisition has made about Charlottesville.
Inquisition. God damn. All right, let's have a look. Sorry, grab the file.
All right. There's some of it redacted in there. But as you flip through it, there's a lot of technical terms being used. You see the words blank body. It is a fairly thick folder. This is something that will take you a while to research through. Ron has been constantly combing through it ever since he's received it a few weeks ago.
All right. Quickly flipping through it because I am ADHD incarnate. Does anything in particular stand out?
Make a wits investigation check. Anybody else that wants to do that may do so as well.
Alright, I'll do that then.
I will as well. Come here, doo-doo dice.
Investigation.
I got 1 success, but it's a 10.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Unfortunately, 10s only count if there's 2 of them.
Okay.
The way it works is it goes in pairs. If you roll 2 10s, it becomes 4,
Okay.
rather than just 2 successes.
One
Do
die,
also
one-
remember to include your hunger die on that.
I did.
I did not. Hold on.
one die, 1 success.
You only have 1 die for that?
Wits is 1 investigation. I don't have anything in.
Okay.
So I have no successes at all.
I'm not an investigator. Sorry.
Okay. What is on your hunger die, Callista?
2.
That was close.
Yeah.
For those unfamiliar, if that hunger die had been a 1, that would have been a bestial failure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we've got 1 success each, right? For Saul and Beamer. All right.
Correctamundo.
So, now, Callista, as a reminder, and for everyone else, if you want to try again, you can take a point of superficial willpower damage. So you spend a point of willpower, and you can re-roll up to 3 of your non-hunger dice.
Okay. I can do that then, yeah.
That goes for anyone else as well. Obviously, Saul can't do that.
Hold on. Then I'll spin a willpower.
Okay.
Come on, do better. 1 success.
Okay. So it sounds like 1 success all around.
Yeah.
Finding out very detailed information through a quick glance through this it's a difficult roll. However, with 1 success each, Beamer, as you're flipping through it, there's a picture that catches your eye. It is off of... it's not Allied Street at that point. It's Harris Street. And it is near the Habitat for Humanity. It is a Saab dealership. Owned by your father.
I just
So-
want to be perfectly honest with everyone and hold up my wrist. This was an anarchy tattoo from when I was a lot. Just so we're all clear.
It is funny though, if looked at from a different angle,
Yeah.
it
Well, it's
does
me,
look.
so if I'm holding my fist up, it's anarchy. So if I just
Yeah,
hold my
but
arm
if you're
up,
looking at it from like this way, it'll look
Mhm.
like the Bruja symbol.
yeah,
Gotcha.
So,
just being honest. I had nothing to do with this whole tattoo eating sloppiness thing.
Saul,
Yeah,
there's a picture of Chaco Bottom, which is not in Charlottesville.
it's not, but I've done some work there.
You've not only done some work there, it's near the alleyway where you were killed.
All right.
And Callista,
Mm-hmm.
If I can blanch, I blanch. I mean, I get that I'm dead, and that doesn't really happen.
check
All
something
the same.
here to make sure I'm giving correct information. You're just as a reminder to Esme, the age that you
Yeah.
put on your thing is not correct.
Okay, listen. We'll work on that, okay?
Okay.
We'll work on that. They don't need to know my age yet.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the number you put on there is not right.
I figured.
So
Vampire ages be woo.
I was an 80s kid.
let's see. 70s. Huh. That's funny. So the thing that you find actually dated a while ago.
But you dated it?
You see, yeah, you see the date on it as 19. There's no like the month and the actual date are redacted,
Okay.
and there's no picture on this one. But what it says on there is year would be 1988,
Okay.
and it references the middle school.
Hmm. Okay.
And you know why that's important to
Mhm.
Callista. So this is the ongoing problem. One of them, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Inquisition pretty much equals problem. It's like the opposite of harmony. That's just not good.
So clearly they've already got us all tagged.
Seem to be
What are
that
the-
way.
What are the options? We can't just do a killing spree.
So remember that as much as even with the current surveillance state that the United States lives under, bureaucracy is actually our friend here. Bureaucracy and some friends on the inside. This file is not... Project First Light does not have this file collected. This was gathered by mine and the sheriff's resources. It was compiled from various different bits of information on various different government resources. They don't have all this information laid together. If they did, they would have already moved. On top of that, most of what they have is just suspicion. No proof.
Yeah, we should keep it that way.
This is the reason why I thought this coterie was necessary.
Keep the radar from going off.
Exactly. And, I'm sorry to say, part of the radar has already been pinged.
Look, I'm resourceful, but I'm not a soldier. I'm not a detective. I'm a painter.
You're very good at getting into places that people don't want you to go.
Fair. But yeah.
Does anybody
Just
know a
say-
good nerd that could just delete the files they have built up?
The files are kept on hard copy.
Of course they are.
Does anybody know a pyromaniac that could just delete the file?
Again, the issue is that the files are not together. These, again, are compiled from various different government organizations. Our benefit at the moment is the fact that they don't work well together, so they're not compiled. They're not able to look at the whole right now, the way that we are.
If you'll allow me to halfway steal a quote from Disenchantment, 2 fires can be real.
Yes, but 6 dozen gets a little suspicious.
Well, they wouldn't suspect Kindred of lighting fires, I don't think.
Yes, they would.
Who else would they suspect?
The best way to rob a bank is to light 3 fires on the other side of town.
Again, this is something that is being worked on at various levels. Unfortunately for us, because we are an anarch city, we don't have the overreaching resources of the Camarilla to keep things like this hidden. On the benefit side of that, we don't have a unified central kindred leadership for them to go after. So, this is the reason why it's in various different places. Some of this came from the Order of St. Leopold, some of this came from the Project Twilight. Yes, they actually called it that. In their defense, I think it was before. In their defense, I'm pretty sure that's before the Ventru made the movie making fun of us Toreadors. Or had the book written. That
it wasn't that bad of a movie.
The only part of the movie I'm offended by is that they cast Robert Flattenson.
No, hold on, because let's be clear. He did not enjoy playing that role. The reason he played it that flat is because of how much he hated it. He actually said that, like, he barely bothered to read the scripts most of the time because it was so stupid. It's similar to Jay Silverheels, actually. Great guy. Amazing guy. Unfortunately got a lot of flack for how he played Tonto. And the reason he played Tonto that way is because he literally didn't bother reading the script because he thought it was so stupid, so he would make up his lines on the spot. That's why his speech was always so stilted. But we've gone a bit far afield of the important part of this conversation.
I'll say.
There are 2 federal investigators in Charlottesville. I mean, there are more than 2. There's an FBI building not that far away from here, actually. But there are 2 specific federal investigators that are currently looking into Miss Klon's death.
One believes in vampires and the other doesn't.
Not everything was a Friday night special, believe.
I think he was specifically making an X-Files reference.
Yes.
I know.
Out of character, funny enough, that was the shirt I was wearing that, like, I had to change out of because it had green on it. It was an X-Files shirt.
That's great.
But yes, they have pulled in people that had spoken to Chelsea. Recently. From my understanding, is that correct, Ron?
Yeah.
So, including, and he looks over at you, Beamer, a member of your grandsire's herd.
Yeah.
A
That surprised me,
specific
though.
member of your grandsire's herd, and he looks back over at Ron. You really
Yeah.
should call her back.
Yeah, I know. I got this stuff right now.
So, this is the reason why we need to figure out. One of the reasons, as he looks over at Callista with a, nod of respect. We need to figure out who did this and why, and figure out an appropriate punishment. And it needs to be done quickly.
Well, I say, let's get to work.
Excellent idea. Any questions?
Would an appropriate punishment be feeding them the Tin Whistle's atrocious fish and chips?
No. Maybe feeding them some Dunkin' Donuts, however. So, question?
No, I'm good. So you need me to like keep watch somewhere?
I will let you talk amongst yourself as a coterie, figure out whatever it is you want to do. Just get it done. She was the artsy sort. Maybe you know some people in the art scene.
I didn't recognize the tattoo work, so
But you might know a tattoo artist that will recognize the work. Again, I suggest you do this quickly.
I'm going to go talk to the rest of my herd to see if they know anything about where she was before she died.
Okay, how are you doing that?
We're supposed to be working together here. Hold on, before you leave, get up and just walk away.
I wasn't going to at the moment. I was just saying what I was going to do.
Cool. It sounded like you were gonna just get up and walk away. We all have been like sort of, I guess, like Avengers assembled together, each gathered for our particular skills, I'm assuming. My question to all of you, since none of you are wearing like Iron Man suits or anything, is why you?
That is
I
an
know why
excellent
me.
question and a conversation you can have outside of this room.
Oh, is this your room? Okay, sorry. Cool. I'll get up and walk inside.
So I'm guessing that's it, Dex, for now?
All I have. Well,
Alright.
all that you need to know that I have.
Right. Alright, let's get to know each other. And Ron gets up, grabs the 2 files, puts them in his bag.
I look at the picture of the actual face of Chelsea one more time before he back into the bag and fold in the bag and then walk out.
Beamer pulls one of those little Wisp disposable toothbrushes, individually wrapped out of a pocket, slides it down the table to Dex. The Snickers are extra sticky. You might want that.
Thank you.
And he pulls one out and starts using it himself.
I love that he has those.
As you guys reach the door, you hear another voice coming from within the room. Have a good one.
You knew he was here. You didn't have to see him to know he was here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that is some shit that freaking Troy would pull.
Yeah. There would only be one possible reason he wasn't there. He would have to be taking care of other serious shit.
And to be fair, he does have deputies taking care of other serious shit. So the reason why he's not handling all the masquerade breaches is he's got a lot on his plate.
I was going to say that's the reason why he has deputies.
Yeah.
Yeah, like all the deputies have specific tasks that they are currently assigned with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the city's beset.
I've worked with them.
Yeah, I was telling people who hadn't. Like,
I know.
I was lore dumping a bit. Alright, so you guys exit out of there. Has anybody tried to check their phone while they were in there?
Nope.
No.
I would have.
You had no signal.
Mm.
Once
We
you
are
open
underground and in Charlottesville. That's typical.
once you open the door, you get full bars.
Interesting.
That's a lot of money in copper wiring. Alright, so realistically, the only direction I know to go with this, we got to figure out a motive.
A motive, you say?
Well, we don't have a significant lead to even have a suspect. So if we can figure out why they're doing dumb shit, then that might point us at a possible group who might have done it. You don't chop up a body and dump it off to be found somewhere unless you want people to see it.
That's fair.
I'm gonna start working on a stencil piece that is the severed arm from the picture without the tattoo, because the silhouette with vines that look like they're growing from the fingertips with a haiku that says, "Blood is now stolen, evidence left to fester, mask may soon slip."
Okay.
And I'm gonna work on tagging that in various places where it might be seen. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Okay. Make me a the design of that. For the design of it, make an intelligence craft check.
Do I add my expertise in graffiti?
No, because your expertise in graffiti will come into play when you are tagging it.
Gotcha.
This is the design phase.
So you said intelligence craft?
Correct.
Two successes.
Okay. It's not your best work, but it gets the message across.
Well, I mean, it's a stencil piece. It's not supposed to be anything super special.
So, Ron,
Yeah.
this isn't really my thing, but I might be able to help if we can go to the scene of this.
All right.
Like,
I would also like to go to the scene of this. I've got something I need to spray paint on the wall.
like even if they've cleaned it up, I might be able to do something. It's a stretch, but it's a maybe.
Also, since we're going to, I guess, be working together, I think we should get also each other's contact information, if anything.
I hand out a business card.
Of course you do.
I scribble my number on a piece of note sketch pad paper and tear it off and hand each of you one. That is my business card.
I actually pull out a business card as well.
My business card is literally garbage. Here you go.
God.
But from what I was actually led to understand by Constantine is that since there's room here, I think he said, he was really happy he wasn't going to have to keep paying me rent when I couldn't make it anymore, which was cool. So he seemed happy about that. I was kind of...
As you guys have come out, you do see down the hallway, and there are 5 rooms on the right side of the other hallway that extends opposite of the study door, essentially. And on the left side, there are 2 doors there. And then there is another door at the far end of the hallway.
I don't remember which room is mine as Happy's, but I'm instinctually going to go for that door and then close it very quick and be like, no, that smells funny. Ooh, somebody smoking meth in there?
Oh, shit.
Gross.
So I'll check on my accommodations here.
It's right now it's a Spartan room. Like, it's got a bed, it's got a dresser. That's it.
I'm going to pick a room that's not Happy's room. It smells like somebody's been smoking.
I picked the room that's furthest away. Because why
That
not?
would be my room.
Oh, damn. Alright, I picked... Damn.
Wow, we're shipping your guys' characters again.
No, we're not.
No, we're not.
Damn it, no.
I picked Ron's room.
God damn it.
All right, Hermione.
I mean, she does got the big glasses and
I do have the big glasses, yeah.
kind of dorky.
But fun fact, I don't actually need the glasses. They're just there just because I'm a hipster, totally. I'll pick the one in the middle. Ooh,
Okay. Smells like someone's been smoking meth in here.
fuck.
It doesn't. Josh said that it did, but I'm not yes-anding that. No, the rooms have been cleaned.
You've got sage. It's fine.
I got sage, yeah.
The rooms have been cleaned. It
You
does
can
not
clean all you
actually.
want. Meth sticks to the air.
Yeah, it does not still have that smell.
Okay.
Well, this is going to require a trip to Bed Bath & Beyond.
I'm immediately going to get to work decorating my wall.
Okay,
I'm gonna put a whole
you
bunch
guys
of
aren't
coat
going
in
to
here.
immediately get to work on investigating.
But no, yeah.
I am.
I totally am.
I'm gonna draw a quick circle on the wall with a line through it, like just as like a sort of base layer, so I remember my idea, and then I'm gonna run off. Takes me like 2 seconds, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm gonna look at Ron. You aren't taking those files with us, are you?
No, I already dropped them off.
All right, good. I was gonna say the entire collected works of fuck us should not be carried around, I think.
Yeah.
I know I'm new here, but just saying.
Has everyone been relatively accommodated?
Yeah, this will do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
found a room that works. Marked it. I'm good.
All
Yeah.
right.
Now, all of
Let's-
the actual rooms are the right side. Those two on the left. If anybody tried to check those to see what those rooms are, that's actually an interview room and a room to look into the interview room.
Oh, okay.
Interview, interrogation. Who's to say?
Just remember, torture is not effective.
It used to be the bathroom. The two-way mirror was still there, though.
Anyway. So, whose vehicle are you taking?
Mm.
Grabbing whatever Saab is the big one with lots of space.
Yeah, I don't know where this spot is. You guys are gonna have somebody's gonna have to drive me, or I can probably hitch an Uber. But like I said, funds aren't really my strong suit.
You're welcome you're welcome to ride with me,
I
Cool.
Ron.
Where's the minivan?
have my own ride.
Is it a
Same.
minivan?
You want to drop me an address? Or you just want to lead the way?
You can follow me.
All right. I'm up by the art school.
My money's on me.
So, Ron, what car are you taking?
I'll be taking my car.
Oh, you're
You
taking
know.
your car, not one of the other ones that
The-
X has provided?
The one that was gifted to me.
Oh,
By
remember, there's
Dex.
multiple ones. So I asked which
Yeah,
one.
The one I've been using.
Okay. That's the Charger?
Yeah.
Are you going to let them know about the space of the parking garage, like underneath the police parking garage?
That's where he assumed that everyone was going.
Yeah, no.
But I guess with the whole
Yeah, they start heading towards the actual elevator.
there's a
Dex,
parking
yeah.
garage.
Yeah, I know.
Attached.
Dex told me. I just didn't want to park there.
Yeah.
All right.
I walk. You got room in your car?
Yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna hitch a ride with him.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's walk in. Do it.
So, you guys get to your various vehicles, pull out. Beamer, you've been in Charlottesville for a fair amount of time. You don't need Ron to give you the address. It is that cemetery there on Cherry Avenue.
Right. I knew that.
Yeah. It is very much a, obvious, like, it's a known landmark in Charlottesville.
Yeah. Yeah. I forgot that part, but yeah. All right. I don't have it pulled up in front of me. Do you know how the triggered version of premonition works?
Ooh.
You need to focus on a person or an object.
Does the person have to be present? Wait, hold on. I'm doing this backwards. Heightened senses, sniffing it out. Gonna try to find some bloody ground.
Okay.
I only need traces.
Disciplines.
This is all without specs.
There it is. All right. Heightened senses. Okay. So, this is going to be a wits. No, take that back. Yeah, it's a free cost. So you don't have to rouse the beast in order to activate it. You are focusing on specifically the sense of smell.
Mm-hmm.
So you are going to make a wits awareness roll,
Mm-hmm.
and you will get to add your Auspex rating to that roll.
Awesome.
Do not forget to add the hunger die.
I got it. Now, is the hunger die replacing one of the other die, or is it
Yes.
in addition?
It
Okay,
is
that's what I
replacing
thought.
one of the other die.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to make sure. Get these other dice up. Okay. I have a 10 and an 8. And I have no ones.
Okay, so 2 successes.
Yep.
It takes you a little bit, but eventually it leads you to a gravestone near the center of this cemetery. And it's been mostly cleaned up, but it's really hard to clean blood out of soil.
Yeah.
There is traces here. And you're remembering that in the pictures, like some of them, you could just see the very bottom of gravestone.
So I'm going to lean down, take just a pinch of the soil. It's got traces of blood in it. And I'm going to hold it up. And just kind of work it between my fingers. And just relax and go quiet. Inhaling the scent of blood and soil. Focusing on this object.
I lean over to the witch in the background. What is he killing?
Yeah.
And I'm going to try to trigger a premonition.
All right. You do need to make a rouse check to trigger a premonition.
And what is a rouse check? That's just 1 dice?
1 die. It'll happen. What you're trying to do is going to happen. If you fail the rouse check, it just means you get hungrier.
Okay. Hot damn, 8.
Okay. The beast is kept contained as you call upon the power of the blood. Now, you can make a resolve Auspex roll. Now, here's another thing that you are allowed to do. If you would like to rouse the blood again, you can blood surge, which adds 2 dice to the pool.
Sure, I'll take a chance. Is there any massively horrible downside to failing this? Just getting hungrier?
Your hunger goes up for that part.
Okay.
Or just rolling that 1 to see.
No, that's a fail. But do I get the blood surge either way?
Yes.
Okay.
A rouse check, you always will get to do what you intend. It's just whether or not you get hungrier doing it.
So I get a little peckish.
Yeah, and once again, that voice comes to you. Blood. It's so close, darling.
Shut up, I'm busy.
I'm tired of Snickers.
Wow. 6 and up is a success, right?
Yes.
That means I have 6 successes.
Nice.
That was my first roll of this game.
Any 10s?
No, oddly enough. Everything is 6, 7, 8, 9.
Nice. So, you're breathing this in. Now, this is a lower level power.
Mm-hmm.
The higher level power of Spirit's Touch is really the one that gives you clear information.
Yes.
This is going to give you metaphor.
Mm-hmm.
You breathe it in, focusing on this ability. You can there's an angel, cherubim specifically, but not the diaper wearing baby. It is actually biblical.
Accurate.
Yes, the multi-headed. You get that. Weirdly, you see like a file printed in Wingdings font. And you see a party. Like a typical Charlottesville house party where people are drinking. And they're drinking a lot. It's hard to see any actual faces, but you... And again, you know this isn't literal exact things. This is symbolism.
While he's doing that,
We lost your sound again.
can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Just because I want to make sure that it's just us here, I want to, if I can, use Sense the Unseen.
Okay. The flip side of the Auspex power.
So let me know what I gotta roll.
It is Resolve Auspex.
Resolve Aspect, okay. And I'm substituting one of the dies for a hunger die, right?
Correct.
Okay. That's good. And you said Resolve Aspect. So that's one, two. And then what's my Aspect? It should be Interior. So, yeah. Alright, so that is 7, 9, so 2 successes.
2 successes?
Yeah, I got a 6 on the. I got a 6 on the. Wait, no, that's a 9 on the hunger die, and then I got 1 regular success.
All right. So, as Ron and Saul are watching Vehme over there doing something with the dirt. You are taking a look around, feeling out with your magical senses. And you look and you see her. Chelsea. Is a specter.
Oh, shit.
What?
And you watch as she attempts to take over Ron. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Hey! Possession, yeah!
Again, sorry for the short after break, but it's getting fairly late, and I've got miles left. Hope everybody enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. That was great.
Yeah.
I just heard Shane just like, shit, as soon as I said Spectre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it too.
Do not want.
So, we'll figure out what happens next week. For those of you who want more Vampire the Masquerade goodness, sometime tomorrow after 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, over on the St. Pete by Night Twitch stream, there is going to be another world event. The last major world event that I was a part of, my character died in. And my characters might be involved in this one too. My new character.
Let's go 2 for 2.
So wish me luck, guys.
Oh, damn.
But yes, thank you all for watching.
I look forward to your next playlist.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you to my wonderful players. You are all absolutely fantastic. I love you all.
Yay.
There it is. Take care of yourselves. Please be safe. Until I see you again. Night.
Bye.
Bye.